You're back with the best. It's your boy Karceno here, saying thank you and welcome for joining. Um, want you guys to focus in and look at what we have on the table today. OKC Thunder came out in this game with Minnesota, and they were going back and forth. But the flow, the pace, and I don't understand this about Minnesota. For the life of me, I can't understand why they don't, and I repeat, don't push the ball forward. They they play at a pace that's sporadic. It's like it's not organized. And they have no set plan on, okay, let's run this play for Daniel McDaniels. Let's run this play for Ant-Man. It's like they can't play off the ball. And it's really weird because OKC is actually effectively out rebounding them, which I thought is a shock. I never saw OKC dominating them on the boards like I saw today. It really threw me for a loop because I'm looking at it and I'm like, how are you getting beat off the ball? Like guys are beating them off the ball, getting position, getting rebounds, and I'm just like, man, Hart and them are really controlling the boards, especially the offensive glass. That was crazy to see. Sorry, got the hiccups. It was really crazy to see. Um, the way all of this has been going down and being illustrated, it's one of the biggest turnarounds I think we probably have seen in a game where I saw people mentally quit. Anthony Edwards mentally quit. He quit. It looked like he just said, ain't nothing we can do. And he quit. I think he should have focused most of his time on getting work done. Instead, he focused the majority of his time on, instead of getting his work done, he focused his time on trying to find something that works. Like saying, I'm just going to facilitate, but not facilitate smartly, just throw the ball whenever he felt like it to people. I'm like, damn, that's dumb. Everything he was doing was like forced. Well, now that it's 3-1, it doesn't mean OKC can't lose at home. It doesn't mean that isn't the case. OKC can indeed win at home. I mean, Minnesota could definitely win on the road in OKC. They played competitive to a certain degree, but then they break down. They actually break down and they cave. So I'm having a hard time understanding what is going on with the OKC Thunder, really, and the dynamic that they bring to the table because many people didn't see any of the stuff they were doing prior. Like when Ant-Man had a slack, Alexander Walker, the cousin of Shea, played the game of his life. He stepped up to the plate. But down the stretch, you're going to have him taking unauthorized shots, as he did. He took an unauthorized three-point shot. Then he turned back around and Not only after the unauthorized 3-point shot, he came down and decided it would be a good idea to drive the ball towards the basket and try to get a score. He was doing things that Anthony Edwards should be doing. Anthony Edwards was worn out, tired, exhausted, and it's difficult when you've never really been here before. Last year, you got to train to be in this moment towards the end of the year. Yeah, they still call him FTA even after today, getting to the line. No, there's no more excuses for any of this. You either got to do it or not. That's basically it. That's the gist of it. Anthony Edwards' game is finesse. It's not power. He doesn't have a power game. He's more of a finesse game. Julius Randle is mostly not a power guy either. He's a finesse guy. He likes the smooth shot fading away more than being physical and bang. But he's become more of a banger now this postseason and the past 2 seasons, putting a body on somebody. But physicality is not just your body; it's mental. There's guys who don't have that mass at all that are very aggressive and very physical. They want the contact. They initiate the contact. Some people react differently. LeBron is not physical. He's a big guy, got muscles. But he's not a physical guy at all. People have muscled LeBron out, point guards, everything. Yeah, I see you got a Green Bay Packer logo, so you know where y'all going. That G stands for goodbye, because the Packers are done. OKC versus Indiana. Well, we got to see what happens. The way they criminally did that game, I don't know if they're going to even, you know, contend to do that with the rest of the game. Well, you got to see, there are a lot of instances out there that people didn't see in the second half. OKC was wearing them down. They were mentally tired, Minnesota, of just trying to think of something to do to stay in the game. Okay, SGA is the MVP, and he's better than Brunson. What's up, Mr. Bailey? He's definitely better than Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's not even in the same category. That's an MVP player, and then another guy is just named Jalen Brunson. Well, I'm not somebody who's very fond of him. I think that he's grossly overrated. A lot of people are emotional when it comes to situations. They get very emotional. I don't like to get emotional because it gets me mad, and then we go to another level. But you'll start to see and you look at the scales and you say, oh, okay, well, I get it now. I see why they do this. I'm saying to myself, I don't see why they do it. I don't see how you can get this fatigue mentally in the game. I really don't. I really thought that the team would be ready. You know, it's figuring that Minnesota's been here last year. And once again, Jalen Williams, huge game. Every game they win, Jalen Williams has a monster game. You cannot let Jalen Williams get more than 21 points in a game. If you do that, it's over. Shay's going to get his. But if Jalen Williams has 30 something points, you're not winning the game. It's not going to happen. Now, they came within two today, but look at everything that transpired to get them there. You got to shut other guys down. Anthony Edwards had 16 points today. That's unacceptable. If you want to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, you can't be mentioning guys like Michael Jordan. And this is what we talk about. Stop giving them these names of Michael Jordan, the next Jordan. These guys are not Jordan. Okay, Jordan averaged like 40 in the playoffs. Like, that was his average. He was going to win. And this is winning championships, averaging 40. He was still getting 40. He had his regular season numbers, and when the playoff came, he elevated his game. So people have to understand that step when talking about somebody like Jordan. Because he said mini Kobe D-Book is better than both of these bums. Someone should be there. Devin Booker is a scorer. That's his problem. He doesn't like double teams. We know that. We've seen that. He struggled against double teams. As a person, I like the way that Book competes, but he's limited because he's just a scorer. He's not a big facilitator. Defensively, he's okay. He's not great. But when you're just a scorer, a jump shooter, one-on-one jump shooter, that's not going to help the team win. Unfortunately, you're going to have a lot of points on a losing team. An NBA Finals champion until his 30s. Well, you got to remember, Jordan went to college for 3 years. Jordan didn't just come in and win championships. He had to go through the struggle. But Jordan was like 29, 30 when he got his first championship. Yeah, Jordan, and if Jordan did what they had done, it'd have been a whole different story. Absolutely. Well, that's because you have certain people that believe in miracles. They believe in miracles. They believe in the Easter Bunny. They believe in all of these fairy tales, but they don't seem to grasp the concept that they don't seem to grasp the concept that the majority of these people are wicked. They have all these wicked ways of trying to destroy the world, and Brunson on the bench, Knicks and six. Well, see, that's the thing. They try to make a angle for people. They try to make it where it's saying, "Hey, this is what I think for you. This is the best idea for you. This is what I like for you to move towards." They never really focused on any of this with anyone else before. Yeah, but Anthony Edwards is living in the hype. Minnesota is ready to take the jump, but they have to prepare themselves mentally to win a championship. And mentally, they're not mature enough to win an NBA championship. It's not about the talent level. They have enough pieces to win an NBA championship right now. They do. But mentally, they're not ready. They're all not on the same page. Anthony Edwards needs to mature a lot before he gets to that level. That's the next stage of his development. Work on an offhand, work on a post game, learn how to play with your back to the basket, learn how to conserve your energy. There's so much that he doesn't know. As talented as he is athletically, there's so much about the actual game of basketball he doesn't know. I just told you what they were missing. Nothing. Minnesota got everything they need to win the championship right now. But they won't because it's mental. They don't need a Siakam type player. They have all they need. It's mentally they break. They don't know how to adjust to the assignments. They don't know how to rotate properly. They are taking these roads less traveled by, and they're using their athleticism and their willpower to get to the next level. That's all they've done. And I mean, that's all they've done was that. They didn't have any other way of getting out and escaping, which is sad because most of the people there are not even responding to the bad because there's a lot of bad out there. Like they were looking real bad. In the third quarter, they were like huffing and puffing, like they couldn't keep up. And when you got Rudy Gobert, who's made $300 million playing for Minnesota, like he's got like 300 million that he didn't got playing in Minnesota, and all of a sudden they can't, turn it around. They can't find a way to have Rudy in the game down the stretch, and you're getting beat on the offensive glass by OKC. That just don't make sense to me. You're losing on the offensive glass, like almost doubled. That just doesn't make any sense. Why are we going down this road? I never seen anything like it before in my life. I saw everybody there and I said, hey, we need to go get together, hang out. Let's get this right. Let's do this the right way. All of the spectaculars, right? Everything that was supposed to be so mesmerizing and exciting. You look at OKC. One guy don't perform well, another guy comes in and fills the place space, but they play in an assignment. Okay, they all know their details defensively. They think defensively, then offensively. They want to shut you down to get fast breaks. That's how you beat and blow teams out. You stay in transition and have them on their back of their heels because defensively you're shutting them down, getting stops, blocks at the rim, long outlet passes. Have you noticed the two teams in the East that are very good at doing that? The Indiana Pacers and the OKC Thunder. And they're both leading their series. One team with one game to go, another team with 2 games to go to get to the NBA Finals. So we have to ask ourselves and be very careful while asking ourselves, is this what we want? I love the Indiana Pacers versus OKC Thunder matchup for the NBA championship. That tells me the NBA, even if they're going to do this whole thing next year, let us have a year. Okay, this is a throwaway year anyway. You're going into the new deal the next period, so you're not even going to care anymore. It's a lot of people that have these weird feelings when it comes to taking the next step or elevating their game to another level, and they never can extend, to excel or get to the next step or what have you. It's just bad, all of it bad. And no one seems to know why. No. Nobody's going to Detroit. They're better off going to Detroit. What are they going to get from somebody else? Really? Come on. He said, quit spamming, dude. Yeah. He said Jimmy got deleted. Jimmy gonna get himself deleted. Oh, it was great, man. To meet with my Israelite brothers, it was beautiful. That was probably to do an interview with them was great. I loved it. I would sit down and do it anytime. Well, a lot of people think Israelites are violent, which that's only the lie that the other people tell about us. We're not violent. Oh man, I met with the Roundtable. Yeah, I met them on 154th Street. We just happened to run into it. They've been watching my page ever since. And yeah, they wanted me to like join up with them and come down. And I'm like, I'm way out. I think I live out there. I was there for the football game. The Round Table Truth. Yeah, it was something. Now they don't like them over here for some weird reason.
They to have a moral compass, they themselves don't have a moral compass. You see what I'm saying? So our children is that's where it starts. Like you wanna see look at an adult, you know what I'm saying, who been raised right. It starts at childhood. You see what I'm saying? And so you got to go back to the essence. We got to get back to the essence as Black people at having love for our children. And having love is teaching them the right things, teaching them these laws, statutes, and commandments. Like, so the fact that you were curious, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a beautiful thing, guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm right. But go ahead, brother. I ain't want to stop you. Oxlock.
Oh no, man. So from that point on, I said, man, I'm gonna go out and see what I can, learn.
Gotcha.
And get more information and more knowledge about what my conversations was based on. So in case somebody come for me, I like, look, I got this to back it up. You can go get the information from here.
Right.
So when they translated everything over, if you go back to the original context of the language, there was no wiggle room. The word of God is exact. So
Right.
they know that over there. Here we don't. See,
Right.
that's how the devils trick you. They use so many different words to mean the same thing.
Right.
So to keep you confused, to try to say, well, he didn't quite, and the word don't kind of mean that. He could have meant this. No, the word of God is exact.
Right.
He don't mince words.
There you go.
Yeah, so yeah, that was fun. So yeah, that was fun, man. I enjoyed that. The word of God is absolute, is what I was supposed to say. They say they give you different options to confuse you. Yeah, Joseph Bailey said, I remember that. He said, I didn't even know you were covering this game. Yeah, I was covering the game, but I just wanted to wait till it was over because we were spending time out with the family. I've seen family members I haven't seen in years today. So my uncle, who's an Israelite, ran into him. He was the first person told me I was right about the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus and all that stuff. Now, Minnesota has not won in OKC. It's a very loud arena. They are turned up. They have nothing really to do in Oklahoma City, but the Thunder is their team. They wanted a team there, and they really fought hard to get it and prove that they could pack that place out every night. And I mean, every night it's packed because there's nothing else to do in Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant, of course. I've heard these people say Shea Alexander is better than Kevin Durant. I've heard this nonsense. Shea could do what Kevin Durant can't do. First, they're two different type of players altogether. Okay. Two different type of players altogether. Now, when you start saying to yourself, well, what type of players are we dealing with when you say two different type of players? Kevin Durant is not somebody that leads the offense, bring the ball up and run the offense. That's not his game. He doesn't control pace. He's the ultimate weapon. You go to KD when you need a bucket. He's a bucket getter. And there's nowhere on the court he can't score from. He has an offhand. He has the whole package. That's what skill set is about. Well, I'll drop the link for a little while if y'all want to talk. The fact that Anthony Edwards don't seem bothered that he's down 3-1, and everybody is saying, well, that's good. You're not supposed to be bothered. That's cool, but I'll tell you this much. When you see people who are that laid back, like it's whatever type attitude, I just don't understand it at this point. I never like to lose. Losing bothers me. It angers me because I know what it means when you are, or what it's like when you go through a situation when you are trying things out for the first time or going to experiment with different lineup changes, switches. But it's like Julius Randle is totally not in the fray anymore in this series. It's like this is the guy who was leading the team throughout the playoffs, like the most consistent player. Then you get to the Western Conference Finals and you're treating him like a redhead stepchild. You throwing him to the side. It's an anomaly that I hope they learn to break. Yeah, Randall's Randall thing is he ran into some size and physicality when people were really focused on him. He played a team in Golden State that plays a very lax game. They're not physical, so he was able to have his moments. They play mostly a flowing game. They're not as physical on the as OKC is going to be. They're going to hit you. You know, they're going to make sure they don't just run. They're going to make sure they put a body on them. That guys are fast. They're going to get up on you quick. Plus the pressure is there. You know, this is the Western Conference Finals. Well, we got to see where it what it comes down to, when it's all said and done. You got the Knicks tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes with the Knicks. And of course, I'm for it. No, you gotta be kidding. There ain't no way in the world. I feel you. No, yo, John Cena is wild. Yeah, I got mom here, so mom sleep. Mom don't want nobody to wake her up, so I can't be screaming and yelling. I gotta be nice and calm tomorrow. Well, today. I was thinking it was gonna take a lot more than what we saw. Like you knew that. No, I was thinking that people was gonna have it a little different than how it played out. But shoot, what's
Ant
up, man? It ain't looking good
Man,
for Ant Man.
Ant-Man going down in 6, man. Ant-Man going down in 5. I ain't even gonna say 6. I was gonna say 6. It was gonna come out my lips, but no, 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 it's 5. He ain't gonna get that. No. That OKC building is just too loud. It's just too many people in the crowd. It's just
It's
SGA get
just
too many fouls, nigga. It's too many factors. It's
it's
just too
just
many
really
factors.
it's too many factors. Plus, is what he's not doing and what they're not able to do. More than what OKC is doing is more what they're not doing on Minnesota. Like he ain't stepping up. Like Ant Man got to be the one to step up. I'm not saying you got to have 30 and 40 and 50, but you can't have no 16 points and think you gonna
Oh,
beat
I,
OKC.
I, we already, we already done went through this. If he put up less than 20, it's over. You might as well put an L up there already. Draw it up.
Yeah, but they getting killed by Jalen Williams, man. Jalen Williams is killing them. It ain't even Shea.
It's
Jalen
the
Williams and
X.
Shea had about almost 80 points today. It was like 70 some points just by them two. So it's like really the people that's winning the game is is Holgram and what's his name? They call him iHeart Harkenstein.
Oh yeah,
They are
Hartenstein's
getting
up.
the offensive glass. They are crushing them on the offensive glass. And
And
that's where it's got to stop because the second chance shots is where they lose it.
how you gonna? I mean, you ain't gonna stop them from doing that right now. That's something you can't change right
Yeah,
now. It's too late to change that. You either gonna muscle, you either gonna play, you gonna play faster, make some more shots, or do something else. But I don't think you're gonna stop them on the glass because they ain't got the size. Now on the Timberwolves side of the basketball, Rudy Gobert, he's supposed to be doing better, but he's supposed to be getting more rebounds. But you know how his soft ass is.
Mm-hmm.
I, I hate to be rude about it, but that's how he is. Nah, I feel bad for it, but it's all right. Ant Man made an appearance. They ain't put his face. They ain't put his face on the side of the building and none of that out there in Minnesota.
Nah. That's only New York where they get that goofiness from. I still can't get over that. They got a picture on the side of a building of Jalen Brunson. I was like, what?
You see how I reacted immediately. I couldn't let it go. I was like, "What's that? Hold up! No, no, no! Run that back! Pause that!" They got the braids on and everything. Like, what did he do?
Man,
Dominique Wilkins ain't even got no picture out here. What you talking about? No.
right. It's like Jalen Brunson. That's not like, and the Knicks will hold on to him forever. They'll hold on to this dude and they will never let it go. That dude will forever be a Knick. His whole career. And now they all talking about how terrible he is.
Mm.
And I was like, see, there it is. They talking about how bad Butterball is all day and how they had to sit him down to make it all work.
I
It was like, we
mean,
had to sit him down just so we can make it all work.
Cat did explode that. It's something about when he sits down, Cat just goes off. Every time he sits down, Cat goes off
Don't like them.
every
They
single
don't
time.
like him. They always yelling at the cat. The whole team is that way. They all teaming up on him.
They were yelling at him. He said they said we ganging up on him. I mean, Jalen, I've argued with LB and Outlaw about that. Like he doesn't move the ball like that. Like when you a point
Right.
guard like Steve Nash and them, they didn't just make an assist. Like I'm trying to pass the ball for you to just score. I'm passing the ball to the dude for you. I'm setting up the score. You ever see that? Like the dude
Yeah.
whoever's passed the ball for you to score. Like he set up the whole play for the score that happened. Like it was three passes that happened, but you saw it coming. I don't know how to explain it. You got to play basketball to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you got to be on the floor. But Jalen Brunson doesn't kind of move the floor. He's like an ISO player. He kind of gets in his own little island, like he Kobe Bryant or something.
Right. Because when the ball is moving, everybody, the defense got to move to the ball. So they're going to be moving all the way around the ball. So if you swinging it, nobody can sit still. They got to keep moving with you. So the defense gets tired because you're running them around for the whole 24 seconds. That's what Indiana Pacers was doing. They was running in. That's when they was doing all the driving kicks. They making the Knicks player to rotate and keep moving out. And then they wait till like the last 4 seconds and then they'll try to score. And then they was working because now they running the Knicks even on defense. And then on offense, Jalen Brunson is slowly bringing the ball up, walking the ball up. And I'm like, if you gonna continuously walk the ball up,
He gonna
you
let
in
him do
trouble.
it. Yeah, he gonna let them get their breath back. I'll say that.
Yeah, yeah. And they think that's gonna help them. They got their defense set already. So
Yes.
I mean, they try to stretch this series out with the Knicks, which I already think they're doing anyway.
So you think they're gonna win tomorrow?
No, but I just after what they didn't pull with that 20-point lead thing, man, yesterday, I don't know if they could get away with doing that twice. So they gotta let the Knicks win in a runaway. But I don't see that happening.
Wait, they gonna do it again. They gonna first quarter this. You see, they gonna blow that whistle in the first quarter, like too short. I'm telling you, it's gonna be fast and quick. That's how you get a team out the game. You blow their confidence out. Make sure they ain't in the game.
Absolutely.
But I, I'm disappointed at this. I'm disappointed at how the Knicks series is going. But I don't know. I feel like I don't want to see the Pacers versus OKC. See, no, that's just a horrible goddamn finals. I know that's what the league is supposed to be promoting. They low budget cities, and that's what we supposed to be doing. But that ain't what we want to see, man. I'm telling you, man. The
Oh, that's the
world,
game I want to see because that's gonna be basketball. I know that's a basketball
you
series.
about to hear so many. You about to see the foul line so many times.
No, I don't think so. I think
What?
these are two teams that can play. OKC can play. Indiana can play. They both know they both get in transition, go up and down the court. They can run plays. I mean, defensively they're good, sound. I'm like, you got two of the best teams in the league. This team won 68 games in OKC. Indiana wasn't shabby either. So I'm like, okay, let's see it. I would rather see that than to have the Knicks just there because they
I
got a
don't
bunch
know,
of
man. I don't know. I'd rather see a Knick finals. We never seen it before.
I
That's why.
don't.
That's why you can't criticize it.
I've seen the Knicks in the finals before.
How you seen the Knicks in the? Oh
They
yeah,
was
you
there
have.
in '99.
I forgot they were there in that time. That was such a. That's how much that season meant.
They was there in '94. They just choked each time. So losing by 1 point, they got bad luck, bad karma.
I mean, so don't you think they deserve a one chance to go up in there, played against the OKC or go against the odds?
Hell no, because they're not the better team.
God damn. You
The
can make a
better
lot of money off
team
the series.
is the better team has always been Indiana. Indiana is a better basketball team than them. They are better players, a better coach. You got a better bench. You got TJ McConnell out there out playing Brunson already.
You realize every series that the Knicks have been in that you've said that the team has been better than. I just want to point that out. You just
Absolutely.
want
Detroit Detroit
you
is
said
better than
you
them.
said the Pistons was better. You
Yep.
said you
Boston
said
Celtics are better than them. And,
you said
and
the Celtics.
yeah,
Man,
what's his name just happened to get hurt, and that was the end of it. But they go up 20 on the Knicks every game. The Knicks was down 20 in like every 4 or 5 games.
I mean, that's what they come
Now they
back
was
here.
like,
But
they're the comeback Knicks. You can't go down 20 on them. I'm like, no, they can't be carried by the league, and it's upsetting to me. I don't even want to see that.
hey man, it's not. I mean, it's not upset. I mean, it's called we don't want to see a blowout. Because think about it, if the game is over, then nobody's viewing the game, then somebody's gonna watch another show. They want you to still watch it, so let them come back in the game. And Knicks
Well,
sometimes
that's
win those
fine,
games.
but don't cheat them out of the game.
I mean, that's the only
That's
way
what
they're
I
gonna.
don't
That's the only way you come back in the game. What you mean?
like.
What you
No,
mean?
you gotta play
If you was getting
basketball.
your
You
ass kicked, if you was
brought in
getting
your
your ass, if you was on that ground getting stomped out, the only way you got back in that fight is if somebody came in and had to sneak one in, let you get back in the fight. Somebody came from the outside, helped you out in the fight. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So this is how it's kind of being ran. The program's being ran. So you gotta go with the program. You ain't going with it. You ain't fucking with the Knicks at all, dog. You gotta believe in it.
Yeah, I believe the Knicks suck.
That's horrible.
And I believe they gonna lose.
Knicks should be up 2-1. See,
No.
somebody believe in them, man. Look at it.
I believe that team is inferior.
Inferior. That's a powerful word. You, you know, I
Yep.
was just I was just watching your live with Diddy when you used that word coercion. Coercion. I was over here like I can't even spell that, but I'm about to use that and say that girl I was definitely coerced to buy this purse. I'm about to say that. I was cursed to buy this goddamn drink,
Yeah.
officer. Yeah. Get this girl. I need my money back. She tripping. She
Right,
talking about she ain't busting down tonight. She
right.
tripping.
It was coercion. Man, I only did it to make her happy.
Yeah, she definitely ain't happy, as you can see. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. She ready to cuss me out right now. Like, you see me? Like, feel me? Like, that's how I want to. I see where you going. I see where you going on that case, you know. That
Yeah.
was a. I don't, but I just don't see how they. Somebody said that they were trying to point out they didn't see how where they didn't see where Cassie was being guilty of and where she was being wrong of doing. And I was like, I kind of see where she was being. I see where the wrongdoing is, but I don't know where. I don't know
Yeah,
where the case is going. That's all I would say.
exactly. The case is all over the place because that's the way they want it. They want to keep the jury confused. So they just gonna go off what they seen off TV and just be like, man, we just don't. This is too much. We gotta just go ahead and convict Diddy. That's what they want.
Man, well, he ain't going out like you said. He denied the plea agreement.
Yeah, because I wouldn't take a plea either if I ain't did nothing. Like
That's a
I'll be
hard.
like, dude, what am I taking this plea deal for?
So you can get out of there. Like you gonna sit
You
in
ain't
there.
getting out of there. They talking. They coming with like, take these 5 years. Take this 5 year deal. I
You
ain't
get
going
out.
to
You
no
got a
5
date. That's a
yo. You
release
got
date.
me. I be like, I got all this money too. I'm like, you got me twisted. I got
Look,
10.
you could be living good in there, Cena, if you got money and you in jail. You get out in
Man,
5
forget
years.
that. I ain't trying to be nowhere for no 10 years, 5 years, none of that. We gonna make it work out here first.
You can go out like Meech. You get out there like Meech, like real fast. I mean, you can tell. I mean, do cooperation. Cooperate on the whoever's trafficking. Like, I don't know. I I just feel like whoever's going on with the Diddy case, I feel like I if they want him, I feel like they're gonna get him. It's no way you're gonna beat the United States government. They proved that to me in my whole life. See, no, I ain't gonna lie. In the textbook, they've done everybody bad with bigger names and flashier names. Unfortunately,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, that's how you feel.
Well, probably, but I feel that Diddy gonna walk, man, because they don't have enough to send a man to jail for the rest of his life. I mean, this is just the most Mickey Mouse court case I've ever seen in my life. It's like no evidence of nothing. You got people talking about stuff from 20 years ago. Did he hit me? He kicked me. I mean, then why
Kid
ain't
Cudi wasn't talking about nothing from 20 years ago.
Kid Cudi just made himself look worse? I
That's the
thought
only thing you
he
got to
couldn't
say
have
about
worse
Kid
when he
Cudi.
was in that
We
person.
all know it, but like Kid Cudi, well, okay, Kid Cudi was relevant. Like we can admit that Kid Cudi was relevant, and like did he? You was wrong for that. We ain't gonna say that. I don't know what that got to do with some trafficking though, but
Man, ain't got nothing to do with trafficking. He got something to do. He talking about Diddy blew up his car. That's arson. So that's part of the racketeering and all that. I'm like, how you gonna say this man and you charge him for the crime of arson? Like you bringing that up as one of the charges against him when you have zero evidence that he is the one that did it. The police came there and did a report. They didn't say Diddy did it. The DNA said it's a female. So right away that eliminates Diddy for the break in of his house. So then he want to try to talk about my dog was traumatized by the incident. My dog try to get sympathy
I
from
never liked Kid Cudi. They all.
yeah, trying to get. I'm like, man, Kid Cudi. That's why Thugger called him a rat. You a rat.
You a rat. He did tell everything on the stand. He did go 6'9". Like he told everything
Yeah,
when
it
it
was
all
like,
falls
dude,
down.
you telling and you ain't even on trial.
Yeah,
What
I
you
was like,
telling for? You ain't even on trial. You ain't
yeah,
got no reason to be telling. It's like, dude, what is you telling for? You ain't in trouble.
this is my problem. Yeah,
You are not in any trouble. All you supposed to do is stay out of it.
he ain't even have no
Look like
shame
a
in
total sucker sitting up there talking about she played me. Was you in love with her? Yeah, I was. But she played me. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you was the sucker. So that's what she used you for.
Thank
Now you out here all mine all gone, all messed up.
I thought people would be more infatuated with Christina Milian than like Cassie. People mind gone off Cassie.
Man, nobody care about none of them two. Christina Milian, she just, at least she could sing. She couldn't dance, but she could sing. But she ain't had no song that
Man,
people
she had that little Kim Possible theme song. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, yeah, that.
You were too old for that, huh? You were too old for
Yeah. But
uh,
yeah, she slept with the right people to keep her around.
okay, I
She
see.
yeah, she was in the industry getting down. So
Well,
she knew how to get down. She had when Nick had her first, that was crazy. Nick got busted so dumb. He
so
let her
Nick
figure
really
out his
had her. Did Nick have her before or after Love Don't Cost a Thing?
he had her before that. Like during that.
Like,
So that was the time they were dating.
bro,
They did
I
love
was
that cost the thing.
boy. I swear to God, he had me writing poems. That girl had me writing poems talking about you so fine. You remind me of Christina Milian. Like I really wrote that to girls in notes and passed off in class. The girls.
Yeah.
Like Love Don't Cost Thing was the movie, but I can't
Yeah.
believe Nick Cannon really
That was
had.
a remake of the hit one. It was just a Love Don't Cost a Thing is just a black version to the original one. Money don't can't buy me love. Can't buy me love.
Is that like a 70s movie?
Nah, it's the 80s. Can't buy me love. Same premise, same plot, same everything.
That movie was hilarious. I just know that Nick Cannon killed that, bro. I just know that Alvin, every time I look at him, I kind of just say that. You still kind of just remind me of Alvin. No matter what role he played, that's Alvin. Like
Yeah.
that. Like,
Same thing. He was like, I'll give you this money to pretend to be my girlfriend. It's gonna get me popular in school. She was like, no, this ain't. Yeah, it is. And everybody fell for it. She couldn't believe it, but she needed the money.
yeah,
Same thing happened in both movies. Dudes had all that money. He's
oh,
gonna buy this telescope he wanted, and then he decided to go all out with this plan. Cause she messed up her mama's coat. She had to buy places, and he had that money.
yeah. Ain't they, it's be like that in real life too, though. It really be like that in real life, Cino.
He was like, dip it low. He's like, that's dope. See, though, that Kim Possible song. Kim Impossible. I was like,
She
nah,
did she
that
did the
wasn't for
song
me.
with Ja Rule. Uh,
Yeah, then I remember.
any
Yeah,
little thing
we
that we
met
do
her.
between me
She
and
came
you.
out to Floyd's event. Like, Floyd hired her because she was cheap. She had her new song out. Ah, some song where she would say I, and it was just annoying. And I think it was called I. And she was there with us, and she was cool to be down. And she got a sister look just like her. Like it's a whole family of them. I'm like, it's a whole family of y'all.
What?
Yeah, Christine
Sister?
family.
Yeah.
They all like. I'm gonna see if I can find her sister. See what's on here. Yeah, she got.
Boy, you know how much. But I was a fan. I ain't gonna lie. It was like three women in my life, and you had one of them on the Patreon. I ain't gonna lie, Cino. I'm so jealous. Like to this day, I'm jealous that you have an interview with Lisa Ray and you do not have it on YouTube. I'm like, what? You just Lisa Ray? I said, hold up, cuz when I was like, cause like when I was a little kid, we had a bootleg and it was a VHS.
Oh
And
yeah.
it would play Friday and Players Club. So I'm a little kid, 3 years old, and that I would see Lisa Ray all the time and be like, that's the girl I want. That's the girl. I don't care. And so you have an interview with her. I'm like, golly, dude. And she sounds just like I thought. Bossy. I like her like that. She ain't taking no crap. Mm-mm. I like him like. See, now how did you even get involved with her like that? I'm curious to find out that. I'm just my journalist mind just want to know this
Just
because you don't even seem like you
she,
interact with women that's even be that
she's from
mean.
Chicago. She from right where I went to. She on the south side,
Oh, that's
right where
Christina.
I live from Stony Hill. That's the Million girls.
Oh snap! I take the one all the way in the brown. If I can't get Christina,
This Christina. This is the other sister here. So yeah,
I'm
the Millions.
confused by that one. The one in yellow I may. I'm confused about that makeup though. Dang,
Yeah,
they
that's
some
the
weird.
mama.
Boy, she look just like her mom. Her mom look like that girl from what's that girl, that black girl from damn, that little, not that, damn, I forgot that show they used to have with Martin girlfriend. It's Martin girlfriend from back in the day. I forgot her name.
Tisha Campbell.
Oh no, not the other one. The other one that he was the real girlfriend he had that he was dating.
Pam.
Yeah, that was on that TV show
Yeah,
with the white boy. Yeah, she kind of remind me of her. But dang, her family was, yeah, her sisters. Yeah, that was her sisters.
yeah,
See, I told you though. They
yeah. I
got
told you I met all of them, man. It was nice.
they was nice like that. Hey, see, no, you ever met Nia Long? I'm just curious to know. You know, you done lived a long life. I gotta ask.
Did I meet me alone? She might have been there, but I don't. We didn't interact. There was
Oh,
no interaction with her
see, so
because
did you?
Nick was
So you?
dating. When Nick was dating Christina Milian, I was like, Nick, what you doing? I got told Nick, like, man, Nick probably changed his number, but Nick was always 10 toes down. Like, he was the coolest dude around. But I was like, dog, he got caught leaving his phone there, and she figured out his passcode
Damn,
on his phone. That's how he got busted.
it's over. That's once she figure out the passcode or your iCloud, or she once she gets your iCloud and she know the password to that, it's over. It's never gonna be the same. I
Yeah, well, she just had to get into his phone, and she had to figure out his number, so she figured it out. And all the text messages, everything. She had it all. So that's what broke them up.
boy, I hate having to explain my messages. Be
He
like, you
was
just
so
want
stupid.
why you just wanted to go through my phone to be mad at son. So be mad. Be mad. Go ahead. Be mad. Be mad. That'd be my excuse.
I
Oh,
mean, it was so bad. Like it was like he was just talking crap about her to another girl. That was even worse. He was
ooh.
like, man, I'm tired of her. She's,
It's
yeah. So he
alright,
was
love.
already talking like, I ain't really with her like that. That's just for appearances. He was dropping that line to these other chicks. I was like, Nick, I remember telling him, I said, Nick, why do you feel you gotta
But
explain
Nick
stuff all
Cannon
the time?
is that nigga. Nick Cannon is that nigga. I give him this though.
I
Nick
was like,
Cannon.
you Nick Cannon. You ain't got to
He is
explain that.
out of all the shooters. He almost like Steph Curry right now. Like he hit some shots that I'd be like, ooh, nigga, I ain't even know you was gonna hit that. Like how you hit Mariah Carey is beyond me.
Man,
Still
I
don't know how
was
you hit that.
just Mariah
That's
was going through, she was just coming off a mental breakdown. So she was trying to go out there and get with Nick. Or Nick was like thirsty for her, and she knew it. That's the kind of guys that she want.
what?
Guys she can control.
I could
Yeah.
have did that.
Cause yeah, she was in a controlling relationship her whole life with Tommy Mentola. He was in control, telling her what to do.
Oh yeah,
And then she went independent. That's it. I'm the boss now.
she
It's like,
pimping. Oh no.
yeah,
Oh, she the pimp. Oh no. Oh, this relationship ain't gonna go well. She pimping. I see what she is. She likes to be not in control, as in she likes to got like she likes to be. I get where you're going. I get where you're going.
Right.
Yeah.
But shoot, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, OG.
Thanks for coming up.
Yes, sir.
All right, get ready for that Knicks game.
All right. You know, all right, man. Hopefully the Pacers come out 3-1. If we don't, man, we gonna get a Knicks finals. Hopefully.
No,
He's
cancel that.
gonna cancel that. God damn.
Straight